welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next, the Timberwolves taking on the Lakers. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, a tough road loss in Game 1 put them at a deficit. A big win tonight would get them back on track. Lakers, Timberwolves, round 1 of the NBA playoffs. We are just about ready to get underway here in Game 2 of the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. 2K Sports brings it to you live once again. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, Conley and Edwards are the guards. McDaniels is out there with Julius Randle, and it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. And for the Lakers, Austin Reeves out there with Doncic. Then it's Connect. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Hayes in at the center position. You take a look at Los Angeles. They notched a big win in the series opener, trying to avoid a letdown here tonight. Greg, what do they need to do to maintain their momentum?
You know, Kev, first, I think they need to weather that early storm. They're going to face a desperate opponent. But once the game settles in, it's about playing smart and playing with energy. You're the favorite for a reason. Go out and show the world what you're made of.
If they could only hear that from you, that would guide them. That's a great piece of advice. Passes it to Reeves. Out to Doncic. Lakers working the ball around now. And that one's good. Hachimura.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Edwards passes to McDaniels. Poked away. It's stolen by Hachimura. Hayes up top. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Doncic kicks to Hachimura. Doncic against Conley. And it's Connect in the corner. It's tipped. Edwards with it. And Hachimura picks him up defensively. Count that bucket.
Effective use of the mid-range there by Edwards. He's a true three-level scorer.
Here's Doncic. And Hayes kicks to Doncic. Pass to Connect. Shoots over McDaniel. From deep, Reeves buries the long-range jumper.
And as we see Connect expand his game, Dalton will get more active as a passer.
Lakers foul. That's his first personal.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game.
Shooting for Minnesota. Julius Randle taking 2 shots.
Free throw good from Randle.
You know, one thing you have to admire about Randle is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Minnesota making a switch. Reeves checked in, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
And Doncic throws it down.
And sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down.
Reed hits to Randle. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Would like to continue the success they had on Friday night here.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Yeah, they needed some extra time to get it done, but at the end of the day, a win's a win.
The pass to McDaniels. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Count that one.
You can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Connect with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Hachimura to the left side wing. Shot from 12. And another basket for the Lakers.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Reed. Knocked loose. It's deflected. And they're on the break for the finish. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Their team's main focus tonight, well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Yep, that one goes.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Timeout call, first of the game for Minnesota.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Goodwin's checked in for the Lakers. Vincent comes in for Luka Doncic. Minnesota also making some changes. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Randall. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. And Bones Island subbed in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Reed. Nothing on the board. Here's McDaniels. Good.
A smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Down low, here's Hayes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Knocked away. Highland passes to DiVincenzo. Reed gets the bucket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Reeves, and it's Goodwin in the corner. Here's Vincent. No-place jumper from the free throw line.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Highland. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
3-on-3. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Vincent. His shot is good, making it a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
DiVincenzo against Reeves. And the wide open shot from Reed. Sinks the three-pointer. Reeves got 5 now.
Such a confident shooter. Reed was ready as soon as the ball got to him.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Team on the planet, your Laker girl.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Rudy Gobert.
1:25 left to play in the first quarter. Kicks to Goodwin. Back to Reeves. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Hayes. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. He will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, easy call.
The Lakers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Some changes for the Lakers. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Goodwin. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. And it's Jake Milton in for Gabe Vincent. Now, here's Reed. He's got 5. Here's Reeves. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. He's got 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Poke loose. Here's the break. And Hayes kicks to Vanderbilt. On the wing, Milton. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Here's Finney-Smith, and the basket is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Timberwolves trail by 10. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Reed, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Goodwin's checked in. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Ingles is checked in. Here's Alexander Walker. Scoreless thus far. Ingles kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's Gobert. Over Finney-Smith. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Gobert is used to this in the paint. Given his height, it's difficult to contest him cleanly.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Both shots good from the strike.
Well, winning Defensive Player of the Year multiple times, Gobert has always been a stopper at the rim, but now he's extended that out to the perimeter as well.
Rui Hachimura has been leading the charge for the Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly.
19.
Glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Lakers leading by 8. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Goodwin. Then it's Connect. And it's Milton in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Conley. Hasn't made one yet. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I like seeing Conley look for his shot because it puts defenses in compromising situations.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one falls for Conley. Doncic is checked in for Los Angeles. And a change for the Timberwolves. McDaniels, he's checked in for Gobert. That one misses.
Well, the leadership and steadiness Mike Conley brings to his team can't be overstated. A true locker room leader and a vet who sets a great tone out on the floor. And great vision there to punish the double team. That was well executed.
And finish off by Finney-Smith.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Minnesota. They trail by 9 points. He kicks it to Edwards. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Relentless on the backboard. Randall, a fantastic rebounder, and that time it directly leads to points.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
And And some changes here for the Lakers. Hachimura comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Vincent subbed in for Shake Milton. Minnesota also with the sub. Reeves checked in. Oh, here's Edwards. Got a hand on it. And even 3-on-3 break. And that one's good. Hachimura.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Here's Alexander Walker. Still without a basket. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Passes to Vanderbilt. Here's Hachimura. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
And the call will be against Gabe Vincent. That's his first foul. Bones Highland is checked in for Mike Conley.
Second team foul. Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves, Bones Highland.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Timberwolves passing it around. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Edwards. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Alton Connect picks one up.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set. But what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line.
And the Lakers making a change here. Reeves is checked in.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
Well, guarding Reed is hard. This guy is a big who can hit threes. He can drive the ball, beat you inside. So you have to track him all over the floor.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Well, if you want to know where commitment and hard work can get you, follow Naz Reid's career. Everyone who counted him out is eating their words right now.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's Vanderbilt. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here's Edwards. Edwards getting the close range, too.
Edwards plays with such ferocity.
Trying to get open is Hachimura. A nice shot by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter. And the Timberwolves call timing.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Hayes is checked in for Hachimura. Gobert is checked in for the Timberwolves. Ante DiVincenzo comes in for Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound, Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Pounding the offensive glass. That's where Gobert gets a lot of his extra chances.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniel. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Snatched up. The pass to Vincent. Nice jump shot. Good. Vincent's got 6 points. Timberwolves trail by 10. Outside Edwards. Driving at Edwards. 2 points. That one goes. He's got 10.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Here's Doncic, and it's good off the back rim and in.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Gobert. He has 6. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, I like when Gobert's teammates use his length on offense. Textbook alley-oop there.
Doncic outside. Shoots over Highland. Vanderbilt the pass to Hayes. Now Vincent. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Now here's DiVincenzo. Still yet to score. Highland's shot is good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And the Lakers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Randall on the follow. Randall's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by. Finney-Smith. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Edwards. Inside. And then Randall slams it in.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Finney-Smith. Vanderbilt kicks to Doncic. Shoots over Highland. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
They get a hand on it. Vanderbilt with the steal. There's the lob to the hoop. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Edwards with it. Now defended by Goodwin. Edwards going all the way.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Doncic kicks to Milton. From the baseline. Drained for 2 points. Doncic has got 11 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Goodwin with the steal. Pass to Finney-Smith. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be right back after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And a heightened atmosphere we have here this evening for NBA playoff action. Hey, everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith by my side. Looking at the Lakers, they followed up their win in Game 1 with a solid performance here in the first half tonight. If they can hold on and win this game, they could go into Game 3 with very little pressure on themselves. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
We have to love the second unit. I mean, the effort they displayed, they're doing much more than giving the starters a break. We're seeing real intensity from them, particularly on the offensive end.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Right now, they're playing well only on one end of the game. All their energy has been spent on the defensive end. And that's a shame. They're just going to keep giving up easy buckets, and the game's going to get away from them.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
Happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. One guy who's been getting it done is Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the one. Now here's Randle. Banked in off the glass. Randle's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Minnesota.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside, getting good shots for the close range. Connect so instinctive at finding open space there and taking it back.
Here's Gobert. Here's Edwards. It's deflected. Randle against Hachimura.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
His second personal foul. First team.
Seen him miss a couple from the line so far, going 2 for 4.
Jackson Hayes.
The first one falls. Hayes hits them both. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. 8-point game. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls.
Well, you know, Conley was drafted all the way back in 2007, a time when we saw a lot more mid-range jumpers.
Now, McDaniels, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Pass to connect. He's looking for Hayes and finds him. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Michael Conley. No one here, Edwards, as he lets it fly. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Minnesota calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
The Lakers making a switch here. Vincent's checked in. And then for Minnesota, Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Edwards. Here's Reed. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Reed's got 7 points.
And Reed is a very active player. Love seeing him be this aggressive inside.
Go into the rack with energy and be afraid to cut it off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Now here's Conley. Reed the pass to Conley. The Lakers with the rebound. Hayes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Over in the corner, Conley. Wide open look, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And Conley, such a high IQ. When the mid-range opens up like that, he goes right up without hesitation.
Fast break, Minnesota. For the lead, it's rebounded by Hayes. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Hachimura the pass to Hayes. Vincent with it. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3-point range. 9 points in the game so far. Tipped away. To the middle. Here's Connect. And McDaniels with the block.
McDaniels is such a disruptive defender. Inside, outside, he's a pest everywhere.
Minnesota making a switch. DiVincenzo's checked in. And the Lakers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And here's Reeves outside. Knocks down the three ball. Reeves has got 8 points.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
That one drops for him. And that's now 6 points for Jaden McDaniel. To the paint, the 9-foot shot. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Here's Alexander Walker. And there's the pass to Reed. The three-pointer, no good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Vincent. 9 points in the game so far. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Hayes throws it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. Here's Alexander Walker. DiVincenzo with it. No scoring in this one. Shot clock at 5. Here's McDaniels. The Lakers with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Now connect. Reeves outside. Hayes trying to break free. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hayes, and it's Jake Milton in for Connect. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Every year, it seems like Randall's playing with more awareness. That's why you can now run the offense to him.
Out left to the wing. Passes it to Vincent. Bucket is good. Vincent's got 11.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Handle outside. Here's Reed. Hits it from three-point range.
You don't want to leave Reed any space out there. He's an efficient three-point shooter.
Finney-Smith kicks to Milton. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Again, the Lakers. 59 seconds left to play here in the third. Over in the corner, Edwards. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Lakers working the ball around now. There's the pass to Vincent. Shoots. Julius Randle with the rebound. And so it's Randle bringing it up now for Minnesota. They trail by 7. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play. And some changes here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Rui Hachimura. Goodwin comes in for Austin Reeves. And Doncic is subbed in for Vincent. That free throw good from Randle. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Goodwin passes to Milton. Kicks it to Goodwin. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by Shannon.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
And, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. The Lakers on top, up by 4. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Los Angeles. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. We've got Dorian Finney-Smith. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Goodwin. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. That's the Laker 5. And that dunk by Vanderbilt.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Doncic feeling it out over Conley. And it's Doncic missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's Finney-Smith. And yes, it's good. And the Lakers lead by 2.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
Yeah, showing absolutely zero fear as he goes right at the bigger defender.
Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Count it.
And that was the right call. But when you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And he could tell these guys starting to wear down. Call time to just let them get their legs back under.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Connect, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Vincent subbed in for Luka Doncic. Minnesota also making some changes. Reed comes in for Gobert. And it's McDaniels in for Julius Randle. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. And he begged them, don't give up. He told his guys 1 possession at a time. Let's go out there and do what we talked about. That's how we get back into this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Reed misses.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Here's Connect. Off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
Pass to Connect. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
The jumper from Connect is pretty. Now, no matter where he takes it from.
Minnesota's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Reed gets to Conley. Over in the corner, McDaniels. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists here tonight.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
All right, timeout called the Lakers. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, as a coach, you have to make adjustments to put a stop to all the damage he's doing. The way they've defended him is not cutting it.
Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And the call will be against Gabe Vincent. That's his third foul of the game.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Here's Conley. And here's Edwards. Here's Reed. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Superb focus from Reed. He excels at using his strength to push through contact inside.
And just a loss of concentration there. And they're going to pay for it with the over and back.
Yeah, you hate to see sloppy, careless play like that. It's so unnecessary.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Austin Reeves in for Goodwin. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Randall's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Vincent misses. Timberwolves leading by 4. Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Randall passes to Reed. Over Vincent. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 9 points here in the second half.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Edwards against Reeves. Here's Hayes. And he banks in the layup.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. Load the plate. And the Timberwolves call timing.
It's T-shirt time. Let's see who wants one.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Pass to Conley. Right side, Edwards. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Edwards got the lead up to 7 now for Minnesota.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc. A key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Drains it from beyond the arc. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Timberwolves.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Just a smart veteran play by Conley, making sure the ball gets to the guy with the best shot available.
2 minutes.
And here's Reeves outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
To the inside, taken away by Hayes. And pushing it out, here's Los Angeles. Passes it to Hachimura. Back to Reeves. Here's Connect. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Well, that's why he's in this league. Connect is deadly from deep.
Now here's Edwards. And again it's Minnesota.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Reeves. Rebound Minnesota. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Bounce pass Conley. Randall down low. He's against Hachimura. Randall no good. LA's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Connect. No good.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Julius Randle. 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hachimura. Traps in the tray.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps our offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
Conley feeling it out. And so the Timberwolves take the win. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they had to have.
And I don't think it's overstating it. I agree with you. I mean, going down 2-0 would have given this team a huge hill to climb. But now at 1 game apiece and with some momentum, this is anybody's series.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Mike, they were rolling, but you all responded. How did you do it?
Well, defensively, we just turned it up a notch. You know, those guys were in a comfort zone, but we did a good job of just locking back in defensively, getting back on the offensive end, and making extra passes and making extra plays.
That attention to detail showed in the win, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.